Hello, everyone. Happy holidays, and welcome to the second annual Hawk TV Holiday Spectacular. I'm Brian Durr, and
I'm Leon Galloway. Today's show is going to be filled with holiday spirit as we talk about different segments from Hawk TV, musical performances, games, and much more.
before we hop into that, I just wanted to thank our sponsors, Windmill Hot Dogs and Bagel Boys. Thank you guys so much. If you guys ever need a hot dog or a bagel, guess go to those guys. Now, before we hop in, now that we're in the holiday spirit, I just want to ask you, Leon, what gets you into the holiday spirit?
What gets me into the holiday spirit the most is probably the classic Christmas movies. I'm talking Home Alone, Elf, The Grinch, Jim Carrey version, of course. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm not a Jim Carrey guy, honestly, but
fair enough.
for me, it's always been the classics. It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Carol. But we have a whole show to talk about that. Why don't we send it over to the guys at Triple Scoop so they can give us their opinions on all of the Christmas media.
Welcome back to another episode of Triple Scoop. And today, by the ambiance, the aesthetic, it's the holiday edition. And I love Christmas time. I love the holidays. I love the vibe. And when I think of the holidays, maybe it's just me, I think about movies, TV, and I feel like a lot of television shows have the best Christmas spin-offs or events, and I feel like that's one of the major parts of Christmas. What do you guys think?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like growing up as a kid, there'd be holiday specials and a whole 30 days countdown to Christmas, Nickelodeon, Disney. I grew up on that, by the way.
Yep.
And for example, Disney, the main thing on my head would be Good Luck Charlie special for Christmas. What do you guys think?
A banger.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
See, I was never a big Good Luck Charlie fan, but I feel like the Christmas specials on regardless if it's Disney, Nickelodeon, those are the episodes that never kind of, you can always pick up that nostalgia back up, and
Yeah.
you can always appreciate the
You
episodes.
don't forget it.
Right, exactly. I feel like I forget the regular Tuesday episodes that they make randomly throughout the year, but the Christmas specials I feel like are always hit different, for sure.
I mean, I didn't really watch Disney Channel growing up, so I can't really think of any Disney's Christmas specials.
I would say my favorite Disney Christmas special would have to be the Phineas and Ferb one.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about them.
They
Wait a
wrapped
minute.
up Perry in those lights.
Yeah.
I remember
forgot
that.
about
I remember that.
And like you said, you don't forget about these Christmas specials. I mean,
Right.
I feel like it has a spot in our hearts as children. And I feel like now seeing Christmas specials, they're pretty cringe.
They're
and
weird.
at the
They're
time
weird.
when we were younger, those were iconic shows, and I wanted to be in a holiday special on Nickelodeon, on Disney.
Right.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if because we were immature, but they were amazing.
Yep. I always wanted to stay at the Tipton, Sweet Life, Zach and Cody. I wanted to be in there,
Yeah.
see the tree, be with all the mayhem. It's good vibes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And a lot of Christmas movies are like I said, pretty cringe. But with the Disney and Nickelodeon holiday editions, they were not cringe to me. They were
No.
funny. They had me laughing,
Yep.
gagging.
For sure, for sure. Personally, though, if we steer more towards the Nickelodeon type of side of things, SpongeBob, come on. SpongeBob is classic for any generation, still
That's
to this
true.
day.
Yeah.
But those Christmas specials that they had, Santa's coming tonight, Santa's
Santa's
coming
coming
tonight.
tonight.
That was a vibe.
Yeah.
Come on, we got a jingle out of that too. I like that episode. Do you guys like SpongeBob?
I do. I practically grew up on SpongeBob, but I just want to steer towards one of my favorite Nickelodeon Christmas specials. It's not really like a 30-minute or 1 hour special. It's more like an hour and a half special. The Drake and Josh
I knew
Christmas
you were gonna say
special.
that. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's just a classic.
Top tier.
Yeah, that movie, that taught us I don't know, I feel like every kid in elementary school did the thing where you pop your
do it.
gum. I don't even know how to do it. I just
You got it. You got it. We got some
Yeah.
noise
the
over
little
here.
kid was doing it on there.
Yeah.
That stuck with us forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show taught me how to do that.
And besides it being obviously funny and having our favorite celebrities at the moment, at the time, it always had a good message. Like you said, Drake and Josh, it was funny. Megan was being Megan. But at the end of the day, it was about being there for, you know, people who might not be as fortunate as you.
Right.
Yeah.
Family, like that unit, and like be able to give back to other people.
And at the end of the day, that's what Christmas is all about, or the holidays, not just Christmas, but in general, the holidays is about just being there for people and enjoying people's company.
For sure.
Definitely.
I agree. What are other shows that we can like dig up in our psyches?
And
would
like
say,
the
like-
Big Time Rush.
Victorious.
The Big Time
Ooh.
Rush
Snyder
Christmas
shows.
special had a lot of guest stars and like I think it had like Snoop Dogg in it. They had Miranda Cosgrove guest star in it.
I could respect like the Big Time Rush holiday special like heavy because you know they sing like on the regular time, so like those holiday songs were hitting different.
Oh, the
Like,
soundtrack?
that was a
Crazy.
vibe, yeah, for sure.
Amazing. Like Victoria's soundtrack, Big Time Rush. Like,
Yep.
Even
Yep.
iCarly, they had some bops, I feel like, a little bit too.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely did.
Like they
for
made
sure.
the young actors and actresses singers. Like
Right.
there was like no like
Yeah.
getting out of that. You have to be a singer and an actor.
Right.
That whole universe, like iCarly and Victorious, and then Sam and Cat, and like the way they all connect is crazy. 'Cause,
Right.
Like, Megan was in Drake and Josh first, and then wasn't like Spencer on Drake and Josh. He was like crazy.
He
Oh
was.
my
He
gosh.
was in the
Yeah,
movie
but
theater
They're
for
like
sure.
all connected, bro.
Definitely was. That's so crazy.
And adding on to that, they always have, I feel like, spin-offs where like they'll have a mashup of characters.
That's So the Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Come on now.
That's the
Don't
one.
play with me. Don't
That's
play
He
with
brought it
me.
back to Disney.
Don't
That's the
play
one.
with
Brought
me.
it back.
The
That was
Proud
dumb.
Family.
That
Who
was
came on the Proud Family? The Proud Family. Remember
Who
the
came on the Proud Family?
who came on the Proud Family? Oh my God.
I'm a Proud
It was
Family
the
fan,
Peanut
but-
people. It was Peanut.
Oh,
Is that the word?
that movie mashup that they did.
Yeah.
Right. And I know what you're talking about, but what other show? Where did the peanuts come from?
I think that was another show.
I think it was. Guys, I'm pretty sure. Look it up. I'm pretty sure it was a mashup with the Proud Family and somebody else.
What? Wow, that's crazy.
I know.
But I mean, you know, we do have a lot of like Disney, Nickelodeon like memories in our head from that time. But like, no matter what, like every year we were watching a Charlie Brown Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frosty the Snowman,
Yeah.
you know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like, how do you guys feel about
Yeah.
those classics?
Those are all just like
Bangers.
the best like timeless classics. Rudolph, you gotta watch every year. Same with Frosty, Charlie Brown Christmas, like any of those Charlie Brown holiday specials, I gotta watch like every year.
Yeah.
Whenever the movie's like clay, whenever it's made out of clay, like
Oh.
Clay-
I'm always
Claymation,
like
Like
that,
yeah.
the Year Without a
those.
Santa Claus, that's always
Right.
Yeah.
been one of my favorites,
Yeah.
especially the Miser Brothers.
Yeah. And I feel like you either hate them or you love them. And even if you do hate them, you still have to like tolerate it because it's
Right.
such a tradition and it's a classic.
And if you turn it off, shame on you.
Shame on
like,
you.
Come on.
Like, come on. Now it's
Pay your
the
respects.
holidays. Yeah, like, so when you guys, are in the holiday spirit, what do you turn on your TV to get in the vibe, to get in the mood?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Okay,
of
top three.
Okay.
Home Alone
All right.
2.
Home Alone 2. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Home
Home Alone.
That's top
Home Alone
tier.
2, Christmas Vacation, and probably Elf.
Elf is a good one for sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm really putting on too many shows, but like I'll probably put on like This Christmas, cause that Chris Brown jingle that goes that goes crazy.
No, that Chris
Like,
Brown?
That's no, like I'm saying I could listen to that song all holiday season. What about you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, speaking of TV shows, like I
I know,
said,
we
like
drifted.
you got to go into like the classics of like what I grew up on. So like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like that just really, it spoke to me. Rudolph spoke to me. I don't know what it was, but I loved that. And I feel like just old, like I said before, Disney and Nickelodeon Christmas movies and shows just really did it for me. But we got to wrap it up for this first segment of TV shows in this holiday segment. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Welcome back to a very festive, I almost said festive bird. Welcome back to a very festive Triple Scoop. So today, big news in the music world, and especially on Instagram, as I'm sure everyone's seen. Spotify Wrapped has just dropped. So I'm joined here today with some of my amigos and amigas.
Thank you.
And so we're going to be breaking down our top 5 songs, top 5 playlists, and our just raps in general. So I just want to start by going around with our top artist and our top song. So for me, my top artist was Mac Miller, and my top song was Self Care by Mac Miller.
Good
So
song.
All right, so my top artist was Bruce Springsteen, local legend, and my top song is "Welcome to the Jungle" from Guns N' Roses.
Nice.
So my top artist was 5 Seconds of Summer, and my top song was Blender by 5 Seconds of Summer. So
And my top artist was Taylor Swift, and my top song was Late Night Talking by Harry Styles.
Okay.
love it.
I like that. So as you see, we have various different shades of white up here. You know, I love the diversity we got. I mean, we hit the classic rock, we hit hip hop, we hit poppy, and I don't even know, what do we classify Taylor Swift as now?
You can say pop.
Pop, I guess. I don't
She
know.
does everything.
I know she does everything.
Nothing she can't do,
She dabbles.
except sell tickets, I guess.
Oh, no. We blame Ticketmaster for that. Anyway, so I mean, the one thing I want to talk about is the way Spotify Wrapped changes each year, and like I noticed they do different stuff. Like, for example, one of the sections this year was the different moods you have at the time of the day. So it's like your morning, your afternoon, and like what you listen to at night. So like I know mine, I was surprised for music in the morning. I got rebellious and loud, were like the way
Ooh.
it described it.
No,
So, like,
makes sense.
I don't know. Do you guys remember what yours were
I
exactly?
didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you,
You
did
didn't
you
know?
guys not go
No.
through the
I
whole?
did.
I
I
went
like, I
through mine.
But it
kinda
was
went
very
through it, but I
briefly.
just don't remember much.
It was also
from it.
like
Mine-
10 in the morning.
No, mine was like, my morning was like mellow, which I was like, oh, didn't realize that I did that. But then
Good check.
like, it kind of got louder as like the types of music got like louder as I got into the night, because the night was like, you're going crazy, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, mine was the reverse. Mine was like you start your day with chaos, then you like balance it out, and it's like, calm church hymns.
Hymns.
So I mean, did anyone have any top 5 that they were surprised at?
I mean, like
either top 5 song or top 5 artists.
So I was surprised about my top 5, like in general. Like my top 5 artists were like mostly like rock bands like Bruce Springsteen, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Coldplay was on there, and as well as Drake, which I
Solid list.
was
That's
it was
a
yeah it was a
solid
solid
list.
list. But like my top songs are all like part of my gym playlist, like Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, I'm Still Paving to Boston, Tick Tick Boom, X Gonna Give It To You. And those are all just those are all songs that you would listen to at the gym, right?
Yeah, that's fair. What about
Mine
y'all
was just
over
a
there?
variation of, like you said, we have the different shades of white.
Yeah.
So I had my top artists Taylor Swift, 5 Seconds of Summer, Harry Styles, the Jonas Brothers, and One Direction.
Goddamn.
So yeah. And then my top songs: Late Night Talking by Harry Styles, Complete Mess by 5 Seconds of Summer, As It Was by Harry, Blender by 5 Seconds of Summer, and Daydreaming by Harry Styles.
Nice.
I had a little bit of a surprise with Tyler the Creator made my top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of Tyler? The old like horrorcore, or like the newer Igor?
Yeah.
Flower
more the
Boy.
Newer, yeah. A
Is
lot of
the
that
name
stuff.
of the album? Flower
It
Boy?
was.
Goblin is good though.
I love Goblin.
He was in my
Goblin's a
top
great
artist. He
album.
wasn't in my top songs, which I was like, okay. But I guess like I was like thinking about it. I was like, why is he up there? And I was like, I realized that like whenever like he comes on my playlist, I'm like, oh, I just don't skip him. So I'm
Yeah,
always listening.
That's fair.
I feel like the playlist they make for you is very interesting for me to look at.
I like that. Well, so that basically like I know it only shows your top 5 on there, but if you just scroll past that, that's just your top like,
Yeah.
100. I think.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because like I work at a camp, so I play music all the time. So like it'll be like songs I listen to, and then like Something About the Sunshine from Starstruck is just in there. Which great song, like. But it's like my 5th most listened to.
Okay, we get it. You're white. It just keeps going. God, I mean, I feel like my list was a little diverse. I mean, I had Kanye number 1, number 2 Joyce Manor, punk band. My third one, he went DEFCON 3, so we don't talk about him. Number 4, I had Matt Mason. I don't know if you guys know him. He's kind of like a folk. He had that cringe song that everyone knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. I got one of them. That's all I needed. I needed a single person's approval.
Okay.
And 5, I had Sublime.
Ooh, I love
so
Sublime.
like the throwback. That's all. That's the summer playlist. It's on.
No, I get it.
But like, I'm curious, who here has the highest number of minutes listened?
I have 33,717.
Okay.
24,000.
Okay.
19191.
Wow. Okay. I look like I have a problem. I almost have 65,000.
So you like music?
So I like music. It's a little bit. I basically have all of your scores combined.
Like yeah.
Catch up. You guys are not doing as well as I am.
See, I have a record player, so like a lot of the times if I listen to music at home, I'm playing on there, so it doesn't like
God,
count.
you are a hipster. I bet you have a Taylor Swift album or two.
I have all of them.
Called it.
Is this not a Taylor cardigan?
Sweater.
Sorry.
Sweater.
It's a sweater. It is
No,
a sweater.
it's the
Cardigan falls
cardigan.
into the sweater category.
Apologies.
Okay.
But yeah. Big Taylor girl.
I
Big
am.
Swiftie.
I am.
Big Taylor.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So do you guys listen to the playlist, the 2022?
I have
one
them
they give
today.
you?
I'll probably stop listening to it tomorrow.
It's like a one-day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of I was like listening to it like when I was like just walking around campus.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
listened
fair.
a little bit today, but I'm like, it's mostly just my like songs. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And it's like a very like, I feel like it shifts because it's like a whole combination. So like it goes from like a song I would normally listen to like something random that
That's fair.
probably would not listen
So
to.
when you guys listen, I need to know, are you guys playlists? Do you just go through your liked songs? Do you queue stuff up? How is like, when you pull up Spotify, how are we starting?
I have like a bunch of playlists for like different situations. Like I have like my main playlist, which is like most of the songs I have on my top artists. I have a gym playlist, which is like all the songs on my top list for songs are all from my gym playlist. And then I have just like other, just like various
Yeah.
stuff.
He goes to the gym.
I'm a liked playlist, like just my like songs.
Do you
I
just
like,
hit shuffle?
like yeah.
You're a psychopath. Next.
Yeah.
I make a playlist every season, and I change it. I
Like-
changed it yesterday.
Like seasonal, like you have four
Yeah.
playlists a year?
Well, I have other playlists, but like I have like summer 2020.
Oh, you like
playlist.
date them?
Oh,
It's like a
okay.
catalog.
Yeah. Well, no, it's cool because I can see. But then if I'm feeling like I don't know what I want to listen to, I'll shuffle my liked playlist. But it's usually just in the car. I'm like,
That's fair.
I will say I did recently make a holiday playlist. That way, like I could just pick the songs I like and just listen to it in my car without having to deal with the radio. Like if there's something I like that plays and then jumps to something where I just don't want to listen to that. That way I can choose what I want to listen to during the holidays.
That's fair. Well, full circle. We're back on holidays. So
wrap up Spotify Wrapped.
we're going to wrap up the Spotify Wrapped. You know, we're cool like that. But we will be right back with the movie segment. Welcome back to Triple Scoop. I almost said Festive Bird again. I'm killing it today. Festive episode, and you know, everyone loves a good Christmas movie. But not all Christmas movies are great and deserve love. So we're going to be talking about some of those Christmas movies that we really just, And we all know what we're talking about. Those Hallmark ones, the ones where we know what's going to happen. You can predict it. There's heartbreak, and then it's mended, and there's always a happy ending. So, I mean, I just want everyone's general opinion on it before we really get into it. How do we feel about these BS Christmas movies that just Hallmark is specifically just pumps out each year?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I feel like the plot is always so predictable. And I feel like there's always like a woman who's in love with Christmas, and there's a man that's like cold in the heart, and they fall in love. Like, I just feel like, give it up. It's time. Like, I feel like Christmas is supposed to be a good time, but as I get older, I see the truth.
Yeah.
There's no Santa Claus, there's no classroom parties anymore.
There's no Santa Claus.
There's no,
What?
sorry guys, didn't hear from me. There's no
Spoiler warning.
presents anymore.
Spoiler warning.
It's not it. And I feel like Christmas movies, they try to portray like a happy ending and a happy like life, which I mean, hey, people might love Christmas, and if you do, I'm jealous of you.
I feel like especially with Hallmark, they really like make it seem so much better, and that, like you said, there's always a happy ending. Like
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, Carissa and Ryan will break up probably around like December December 10th, but then on Christmas, like he'll be like, oh my God, mistletoe, and then it's a Christmas miracle, they're back together, and then
Yeah.
like they probably
And
break
then
up by New
Year's
Year.
it's
Yeah.
over, yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, these are like grown adults too. Like most Christmas movies are based for children just because, you know, it's
Yeah.
Christmas time
Yeah,
and
that's
family
true.
movies, and these are grown adults that
Like,
can't really get their stuff together.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, Christmas, like all the Christmas movies, like they have a meaning at the end, you know, you learn something.
Yeah, true.
What did like Carissa and Ryan, what did they learn? That they can't get along.
I think we're all in a consensus that these movies are kind of just generic BS, and that we just sprinkle a little Disney magic on top and, you know, serve it to the
Yeah.
people. But like, I know some people that live and die off these.
I feel like
Hallmark
the
movies?
Yeah, like I have a friend. Every time I go to his house, from like December 1st on, there was Hallmark
I feel
on.
like suburban moms love to like
Yep.
pour
Yeah.
a glass of wine on like a Thursday night, and like they're like, oh, Hallmark movies on.
The aesthetic.
Right,
But
like
I mean, speaking about Disney, I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of the Disney like movies and spin-offs. Nowadays, though, if I turn on Disney, I'm like, what am I watching right now? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't know
Makes
if
you
I,
feel
if,
old.
I, if I matured, I got older, I don't know what it is, but like it doesn't hit the same. with
It's
the
like the
new
acting's kind of
movies.
bad too. I feel like the
Yeah.
Disney actors now are like they're like
Mhm.
the future for Hallmark.
But that's the main part of like the Hallmark Christmas movies is just the cringiness of it. I feel like that's what really makes
I feel
a
like
good Christmas movie.
No
I
one
feel
turns
like.
on a Hallmark movie and it's like, oh yes,
This acting
thank
is like
God,
Oscar
like this
worthy.
is on.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I like the point you make about the Disney actors, because it used to be like, oh, you're a Disney actor, then you're like drug addict that crashes.
Yeah,
burns.
like, I
now,
feel like-
now they're just Hallmark
No, I
actors.
feel
Might be
like-
worse, honestly.
Like Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, like they're
yeah,
I couldn't name a Disney actress right now or actor.
neither
yeah.
could I.
They're just
Okay, so we all agree that they're very generic. So Santa wrote me a letter, and I have a list of movies here. I have 8 movies, and we're
Andrew,
going to
don't
play a
cheat.
game.
I'm not cheating. I can't read.
We're going to play a game of whether or not you guys think they're real movies or if they're made up.
who made them up?
I did. I made up the titles. So I'm going to go one by one, and I want all of you to have a consensus of whether or not it was real or fake. And at the end, I'll give you a grade. All right? So our first one, Falling for Christmas.
Oh, that's real.
That's real.
That is so
This is on
real.
Netflix.
Is it?
Is it really?
I don't.
Yeah.
It
I
just
don't know.
sounds like I feel
Yeah.
like that's
This
too
is my
good of a name.
movie.
Okay. She's pretty
love
confident.
this.
Well,
That
if
is-
she's confident, I'm gonna have
that's
to
my
agree with her.
film.
Yeah.
That's too good of a name.
Real. Okay.
Because that definitely starts in the fall and then goes into falling for Christmas.
It's a good. No, I think it's like more romance, like falling, falling in love.
They fall in love with
It could be both.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite.
Okay. Christmas Fever.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Actually, I'm gonna say that is real because I feel like you would come up with something better than that.
Thank you. I need a consensus from the group, though. I think I got
Christmas
2.
Fever.
I'm gonna say no.
Especially
I'm
with-
gonna say no.
with now with like COVID being shown in all movies and stuff.
So what would it be about then?
COVID Christmas.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
How's that a happy
COVID
I
Christmas.
didn't
Christmas
say
movie?
I gotta change the name of one of mine.
they quarantine and they fall in love in the quarantine.
Our next one, Last Christmas.
Oh, that's real.
Oh, that's real.
Real?
Yeah, yeah.
Real?
Sounds
Okay.
real.
You're just copying our answers.
No, I mean like sounds real to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely is real. I think I've heard of it.
That's a Wham song, so.
That's what I was thinking
So
of. I was like,
Wham
wait a minute.
song.
Probably on the soundtrack.
That's why he messed me up with that.
Year of Noel.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
for
I
sure.
think I've heard of that.
Wait,
I could have sworn that's like a Hallmark title right
that
there.
is, and the girl's name is definitely Noelle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
That
would say
has to
yeah.
be one
You have a
real.
lot of facts right now, so I trust you.
I'm not saying any facts. I also, is anyone keeping count on like what we've been like?
I
Yeah,
have
it's
I'm
random
writing
out.
down
Okay.
the consensus
Okay,
as a
okay.
group of what you're saying. Okay, Jingle Well.
No.
No, absolutely not. If that
You can't really
is,
jingle
wow.
well. You either jingle mediocre or you're perfect at it. There's no well.
Single All the Way.
That's kind of
You,
catchy.
you came up with that.
That's kind of
you
catchy
came up with
though.
that.
His like shaking, like
He's nervous.
ooh.
I
In
always
class,
shake.
we learned about lying.
I just can't stop
Right,
moving.
I wasn't there that day.
Oh, you weren't there? We learned about lying in class, and I think you're lying.
Oh,
I think you're lying. too.
okay.
You're not blinking.
I
You're
feel
shaking
like
your leg.
I could just see you making
I've
that
been
up
shaking
and
my leg
being
the
like,
whole time.
yeah, that was a good one. Like, yeah.
maybe. So, are we going single all the way, real or fake?
Fake.
Okay. Christmas Countdown.
Isn't that on
Feel like
Freeform?
that's
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
real.
feel like that's real.
Real? Okay. And The Christmas House.
Oh.
Is it like the house on the street?
You only get a
know-
title. I'm not giving description.
No,
of
you know the
movies
movie
here.
that's like the girl in the house and the window and the tree and the.
The Rattling Bog? I think that's what you're singing. That's
No.
St. Patty's Day. We're almost
Right,
there.
right.
We'll have a good episode for
Okay.
that.
I feel like that's.
The Christmas
feel like that's
House?
real.
Hallmark.
Christmas House.
That's definitely a Hallmark
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, Hallmark or Netflix, something.
Mhm.
That's
Something cringe.
Yeah.
Last minute, like, oh, what's the title? The
Okay.
Christmas House.
Of the 8 I asked about, you got 3 wrong.
So we did pretty good.
Okay, so we got
Oh,
like a
wait.
75.
So-
We ate.
Jingle Well, you were right.
well, what
Christmas
did we,
Fever.
do you remember what we
Oh,
said?
sorry. Jingle Well, you said was fake. You were right. Christmas Fever, you said was fake. You were right. Year of Noel, you said was real. It's fake. I made that up.
Ah.
Christmas Countdown, you said was real. Was fake. Falling for Christmas, you said was real. You got it right. Christmas House, real movie. You got it right. Last Christmas, you said it was real. Got it right.
Woo.
Single All the Way is already a movie, and you said it was not.
That title, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That title.
I'm giving you more credit then.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you said it, I knew I had it. Anyway, that was a fun little game. Maybe we should do that more on the show. Anyway, from me and my crew here at Triple Scoop, we want to wish you a happy and healthy holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year.
And happy Hanukkah.
And Happy Hanukkah.
Wow, they sure do have some strong opinions there on Triple Scoop, don't they?
They do. They do.
My personal favorite, unbiasedly, has to be the holiday TV special segment.
Now, I really liked how they talked about the Spotify Wrap this year. I always look forward to my Spotify Wrap, but do you know what's got me especially excited for Christmas this year?
What's that?
We have some NFL on Christmas this year. I'm hoping to see Baker Mayfield dice up those Denver Broncos, and hopefully we get a Christmas miracle and get to see Tom Brady lose.
All right, so, well, I'm personally excited to open presents on Christmas. But, you know, if you want to talk sports, let's take it over to our guys at Extra Point so that we can get their take on some things.
What's going on, everyone? And welcome to a very special edition of the Extra Point. This is actually a part of the second annual Hawk TV Holiday Spectacular. So, you know, we're going to be talking all things holidays, all things Christmas. And the first thing I want to talk about, I'm Ben DeVito, alongside me is Tom and Luca. The first thing I want to talk about is NBA Christmas, because in my opinion, it's better than Thanksgiving football. I know you guys probably have different opinions, so let's debate it. NBA Christmas is better than Thanksgiving NFL. Luca, I know which side you're on, and state your argument, because I'm ready to fight back.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. So again, I love NBA Christmas. I think it's great. Commercials, great. But there's nothing that matches Thanksgiving football. I mean, come on, you gotta think about it. Games normally start at 1 p.m., 12:30 game. You have to watch the Lions play, okay? And my
Yeah,
favorite.
I have to watch the Lions play.
But don't worry,
Yeah,
don't worry. It gets
might as
better,
well watch
Ben. It
them
gets
lose.
better. Because at 4:30, you get to watch the best NFL franchise in the history of the league, the Dallas Cowboys, play every single year. What's better than that? I mean, come on. Every single year, you get to see Jerry World, see the Cowboys go to work. And I mean, there's been some great memories from there. And listen, I get it. Maybe you don't like the Cowboys, don't want to watch Cowboys on Thanksgiving. That's okay. But what about the butt fumble? That's something every Thanksgiving, we can see for the next 100 years, you're always going to see the Mark Sanchez butt fumble. It's
but
iconic.
But is that something you want to idolize as the moment of Thanksgiving? For instance, the Big Three, Miami versus Kobe Bryant on Christmas Day for the first time. That's iconic. That's something everybody wants to remember. LeBron versus Kobe. You know, I don't want to see Mark Sanchez fumble the ball hitting a guy's butt. You know, like, it kind of weighs out. You said another thing. You always see the Cowboys play, and you always see the Lions play. I get it. At this point, it's very iconic that these two teams and these two franchises play each year. But then there's years like, you know, the past decade where the Lions are horrible, and they always lose. At least with the NBA, you get all the top franchises. You don't have such a low franchise like the Lions. You have teams like the Lakers, the Knicks, the Sixers, the Heat. You know, you have all these top franchises, the Celtics. You see all these great franchises play, and there's more of them. There's, you know, 5 or 6 games compared to the 3 on Thanksgiving. It's more action. It's more memories, more moments that could be made. So I just think, and what's better than waking up on Christmas and then watching basketball all day?
I agree. That, that's like one of my favorite things about waking up Christmas morning than waiting until noon to watch the NBA basketball games, especially the Knicks games. Like, you just gotta support your favorite teams, and then like the rest of the day you get to watch like all the other good teams, the Bucks, the Lakers, the Warriors, and all those great franchises.
Yeah, you just named a couple, you know, teams that I forgot to mention. You know, the Warriors are one of the greatest franchises of the past 10 years. So why would you want, you know, you got the Warriors, the Lions.
Well, the Lions are like
Cowboys.
way
No,
down
no,
here.
no, the Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah,
the Cowboys are like
yeah.
below the
Nah,
table.
nah,
Lions are
ain't no
going.
way.
The
They're
Lions
up
are
here.
way
They're where the
down here.
lights
They're
are.
way
up there.
down here.
Nah.
But listen, okay, Christmas they have more basketball games, 5. Okay, but yeah, you gotta think again. Basketball games are shorter than football games, and also, is there an iconic post-game interview in Christmas, Thanksgiving? After every game, they have the big old turkey leg.
Yeah, but the turkey's always dry. They all complain.
It's
this
okay.
year. They
You
all
get-
complain
You
this
get the
year that turkey
iconic
was
bite
dry.
of the turkey leg.
Justin
Does
Jefferson.
that happen on Christmas?
Justin Jefferson didn't want to take his grills out because he knew that the turkey was dry. Everybody complained this year that the turkey was horrible. So what's iconic? Yes, it's funny, but what's iconic about bad turkey?
Yeah, I mean, like the one thing you want to enjoy after a Thanksgiving football game is a good turkey, and like it's just you just can't like
sets
you,
the tone off wrong.
Exactly, like you just can't like eat like a dry turkey after playing a football game for like 3 hours because you're just all sweaty, you're like dehydrated. You just want to eat something good instead of something that's just gonna like turn your mouth into a desert.
Yeah, but come on, you're at a relative's house or a family friend's house. You sit down, you get your big plate of food, probably too much food, but you sit down, you put the TV on, and bang,
First of all,
football.
there's never too much food on
Football.
Thanksgiving. That's a fact. There's never too much food on Thanksgiving. I mean, you eat your food, then you go into food coma, and that's it.
That's it. You
You
take
folks-
your nap at halftime, and then you watch the
knows
second
if-
half of the Cowboys game where you'll see them most likely win.
What if you
I
don't
think
wake
it's
up?
a good time.
Oh, most likely.
That's
No,
dark.
That's debatable. I mean, granted, this year, I don't want to talk about this year as a Giants fan.
Yeah.
But there's just so much better memories on NBA Christmas. Bernard King dropping 60 points. That's an insane stat line. You have MJ 42 against the Knicks, another crazy game. You know, you got all these players playing their hearts out on such a special day for the NBA. And, you know, I want to bring up one more thing. The NBA is better than the NBA is better than the NFL, and I'm gonna cut it there because that's a whole debate for a different time. But stay tuned for the next half of the Extra Point on the Hawk TV. Hawk TV Holiday Spectacular. Welcome back to the Extra Point on this very special edition for the Hawk TV Holiday Spectacular. So we just kind of discussed NBA Christmas versus Thanksgiving football, but now we're going to go down the line of all the games that are being played on Christmas Day, both NFL and football.
Oh!
Oh,
Happy holidays, guys!
well thanks.
No problem.
So we're gonna start with the NFL. We got 3 games on Christmas Day on an NFL Sunday, but they kind of shifted all the games towards Saturday so they could have primetime Christmas games because the NBA is better and took over the spots. So anyway, we're gonna start off with the Packers versus the Dolphins. I mean, realistically, the Packers are horrible this year. I mean, I don't know what else to say, so I'm rolling with the Dolphins. Tua is not the greatest, but he's better. They're playing better than the Packers. So I'm going to roll with the Dolphins for the 1 o'clock game.
I'm gonna agree with you. I think Dolphins are gonna take the win here. Again, going into season, not a lot of people thought Dolphins would be this good, and they thought the other way around. You know, Packers would be, a top NFC, top of the conference, but Dolphins, man, they look good, and I think they're gonna win this game by a mile.
A down year, but I think number 12 is gonna pull through. So I got to go with the Packers on this one.
That's a bold take. You know,
I'm a bold person, so
That's fair. That's fair. So we'll roll to the next game. Arguably the worst game of the slate for them is the Broncos versus the Rams, where Matt Stafford's gone and Russell Wilson. He's horrible this year. I'm going to call this the Cole Bowl because it feels like I got cold for Christmas watching this game. But Christmas country, let's ride. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Again, it's a very horrible slate between the two. So I'm picking the lesser of two evils. So I'm going to roll with the Broncos.
I'm going to disagree with you. I got the Rams. Feel like this game has a 10-3 score all written over it. Just both two teams that offensively, Rams because of injuries and Broncos because of the inability of Russell Wilson. Don't know really how to score, haven't scored a lot of points, but I think this Rams defense is better than this Broncos defense, so I got the Rams coming in.
2 letters, A.D., Aaron Donald. He's going to cook.
All right. So you're going with the Rams there.
Of course.
All right. So last game for the NFL slate. surprisingly and thankfully, a good game for the NFL on Christmas Day. Bucks versus Cardinals. Got to rock with TB12 in prime time. I'm going to go with Tom Brady there.
Listen,
And the Bucks.
I'm going to agree with you. I've learned through all these years, never go against Tom Brady. Even if he's 0-12 in a season, if you're picking a game, you have to pick him. Even if you're betting on it, gotta pick him. So I'm going with the
think
Bucks.
so, and I think the added pressure of it just being on Christmas and the holidays, just surrounding that, he's gonna be Tom Brady. So there we go.
Okay, so now we're going to shift gears to the better sport and the
course.
better Christmas games in the NBA. We start off Sixers, Knicks. I'm going with the Sixers. As much as the Knicks have improved tremendously this season, you know, Brunson's playing like I never could have imagined. Yes, he's a great player, but I didn't think he was going to be this good. But I'm still going to roll with the Sixers. Joel Embiid's too dominant.
You literally took the words right out of my mouth. I think the Sixers are the better team. The Knicks, you know, they're getting a lot better,
Yeah.
lot better than years past. They've been a laughing stock in the league. They're improving, but I think it's not their time quite yet. So I'm going with the Sixers.
I got the Knicks. I mean, both these teams are trash. They're not going to make it far. So, I mean, not much to say there. But Harden kind of sucks. Even before his injury, he was not playing consistently. Embiid has had inconsistent games. I think this is a very winnable game for the Knicks just because it's at home as well. And plus, you know, I think R.J. Barrett is going to turn around at this point in the season. He knows how bad he is. But we're going to see a different R.J. Barrett come Christmas time. We're also going to see a different Julius Randle. As much as I clown the guy, I think he's going to step up, especially when a high-profile player like Embiid is going to be matched up against him. So I got the Knicks.
Okay. So we're gonna kind of run through these a little quickly for the rest of them. Lakers at Mavericks. Yes, the Lakers have been playing great past couple of week or so. AD's playing out of his mind like he should be. LeBron's picking up. Russ picking up. But the Mavericks are the Mavericks. Luka Doncic is arguably the best player in the league, so I'm gonna roll with the Mavericks.
I agree with you, Ben. I think 2 words, Luka Doncic. I'm going with the Mavs. And listen, I'm not picking
There's
them
something
because
wrong
my
with you.
name's Luka and Luka Doncic's name's Luka.
That's
but
cap.
The Mavericks are just a better team than the Lakers. Simple as that. Cry about it.
No, it's not. No, they're not. Okay, Luka Doncic, name 5 players on that team, aside from Luka.
Spencer Dinwiddie,
Okay,
Dwight Powell.
okay.
You got Theo Baker.
Uh-huh.
Not Theo Baker.
See, there you go. See?
But it's a good team.
Wait,
Luka
no.
is their
Okay,
team.
no.
It's not a good
Pick-
team.
pick-
It's
so
not a
you're
good
going
team.
Lakers. You're going
Lakers have
Lakers.
LeBron.
You're going Lakers.
LeBron's been playing really well. AD has dropped 40 to 50 points these past few games. Russ has been insane off the bench, and you're just going to disregard that. Not to mention they have a shooter and a defender in Lonnie Walker Jr. So
Okay. We're gonna run through these ones really quickly. Celtics, Bucks. Where are we going?
Bucks.
Celtics. Celtics are the best team in the league right now, as in my opinion. Grizzlies at Warriors. I'm rocking with the Grizzlies. John Morant. You know, it's kind of a Steph Curry passing the torch to now, in my opinion, one of the best point guards in the league. I'm gonna have to go Grizzlies.
I think it's going to be probably the best game on Christmas Day, but I'm going to go with the Warriors.
It's going to be the Grizzlies, and it's going to be the Grizzlies by a lot because the Warriors have not improved whatsoever.
And then the last game, Suns at Nuggets. Again, Suns are playing out of their minds. I'm going with the Suns there.
I agree. I'm taking the Suns here too. Nuggets, just Jokic show, no one really else, so go with the Suns.
I'm not picking the Phoenix Buns, bro. I'm picking the Nuggets, man. The Nuggets, Jokic, they have no answer for Jokic. Anytime you watch the Suns, they've never had an answer for a big man, and that's the reason why Jokic is just going to dominate. Jamal Murray is going to have a great game as well because, let's be honest, Devin Booker cannot play a lick of defense for his life. So I have the Nuggets.
All right. Well, that's the Christmas slate for both the NFL and the NBA. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the Hawk TV Holiday Spectacular.
Well, I wonder if any of those guys got those predictions right.
I absolutely doubt it. If I know Jake, he's always missing his parlays, and I doubt Ben's doing any better. But hey, at least Jake will have a chance to redeem himself while he's hosting this next segment, the gift wrapping contest.
Yes. I was never really good at gift wrapping. I'm more of a bag type of gift giver, but let's go and see what they can do.
Hello and welcome everybody to the first ever second annual Hawk TV Holiday Bonanza. We are joined together with Don't Care, Didn't Ask, and we have a gift wrapping challenge between Santa and his elf, Mikey. Now, Mikey, talk to Mr. Bob over there and tell him what you want for Christmas.
I would like healthcare for all of the elves, and if I win this
Cut.
competition,
I don't know what we're talking about. Whoa. You say you want Christmas for all.
You know what? The Starbucks employees have inspired us, and myself and the other elves, we are unionizing against you. Mr. Claus, the abuse that you and your treacherous wife put upon us.
I don't understand where this is coming from.
I don't know, maybe the lashings I received
Let's
last
get
week?
into the event
what
here.
are we-
Let's
what
get
are
into
we-
the
I
event.
don't know what we're
everyone.
talking
So the
about
first
right
event
now.
will be a speed wrapping competition. We're wrapping 2 undisclosed boxes on top of each other. Whoever can do it neatly and fastest wins. So contestants, are you guys ready?
About as ready as
Are we
wanna
doing
be.
3, 2, 1, go?
We'll see.
We're doing like hands
I
behind
probably
the
should give him a
back,
head
or-
start, you know.
I say paper on the table.
This is
scissors
what
on
I
the
do in
table,
the
tape on
sweatshop,
the
I
table.
mean workshop.
So as you can see, to make it a little interesting, there's only one roll of tape. That may be tactically moved, tactically placed, do the advantage. But if I see one of the users kind of hogging it, I will push it a little bit. Hey, whoa, not till later. So contestants, hands behind the backs, paper on the table. Are you all ready?
Born.
On my go. 3, 2, 1, go. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a riveting event here as Mr. Claus is taking forever to actually get the boxes. He gets the boxes, but these are ripping his paper. We have the elf over there going there with a quick cut. Can't cut normal. Parents out there, everyone watching, you can glide across the paper, ladies and gentlemen. You have to glide across the paper. You got the glide down. Dak is doing big measuring first before he even starts cutting. Derek with the cut before the measure. It's a bold choice, Cotton. Not sure it's going to pay off. Paper in there, box in the paper. First fold, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We have a riveting competition. Mr. Claus, ladies and gentlemen, has gotten to his 2 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time ever. He is standing up. Wow. Look at this. Look at this angle. Okay. He's going with the tape. He's going with the tape. His first tape, scissors are down from Mr. Claus. Elf tape 1, goes for tape 2. Mr. Claus is going for his first tape as well. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. We have not seen wrapping like this since '94. Everyone remembers the whole holiday wrapping in '94. That was riveting. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is even more. Green is done in record time of 44 seconds and 13 milliseconds. And Mr. Claus is struggling, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Claus, what is going through your mind right now?
This is a nightmare scenario right now, if I'm going to be honest. Tough scene. Definitely not what you want to see after my elves just showed me up and just asked for a union. So, it's a tough
That
scene
union's
right now.
looking pretty good. Thanks, Starbucks.
So this is a 3-round competition where, if
This
you lose
just
the
ain't
first
gonna
round,
do
it's
it.
not the end of the world. But it really puts you in a down slip where you have to win 2 out of 3.
This just is not going to cover it.
We're cutting it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
we're
we're
calling
cutting
it
it.
here.
We're calling it.
He's conceding. We've conceded. Mr. Claus, I don't even want to talk to you. My elf, come with me. How'd you do? What made you really show the camera what you did?
Well, usually I'm pretty used to getting beaten and whipped while I do this by usually Santa or his wife.
Is that confirmed?
It is confirmed.
This is not confirmed.
But listen.
This is just
Listen,
lies and
as you
propaganda
can see,
that
he
you're
can't
hearing
even
right now
compete
from the
with me, so I think I'm going to give him a little head start in the next round. Just
So I'm
going
going
to
to hold this present to show the camera. This is not what you would call a standard wrapping job. This is kind of what you see when you have to rush and you don't do too well. Corners aren't neat.
I would like to apologize.
Tape
There
all
was
over the place. There's rips.
there
But
was
you
a
know
little
what?
rage. I had to
If
see
you
this
compare
fat
this
fat
to
man
what-
on it, and I got really
If
mad.
you compare this to what Mr. Claus does, at least he has something. This is just unacceptable.
I would also like to
I
point
expect
out-
better. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Can I point out
Yes, sir.
my workstation is still cleaner. As you can see, he
Where are your
destroyed the
scissors, sir?
decoration.
Put them in a designated spot. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, score is now 1-0 to the elf to Santa. But don't worry, 2 more rounds possible. Round 2, we have another disclosed box. Not sure what they are. Definitely not related to any type of closures in the last couple of years. These things were a hot commodity on the shelves of Walmarts just years ago, and now they're being used.
I would also like to point out that Mr. Claus, he was part of the reason there was a shortage of toilet paper in Purell. He has a lot of it.
What
Closets
are you
upon
hogging?
closets.
What are you hogging?
Just as
I'm
easily.
not trying to hog anything. I'm just trying to give Christmas joy to everyone
All
out
right,
there.
that's
it.
enough of the political messages. Round 2, ladies and gentlemen, on my count, we will go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Now, while they're going, he is giving a head start, but I want to ask you guys a question out there. Who would you think would win in a fight, Hanukkah Harry or Santa Claus? You see Santa Claus right here. He's not very good at rapping, but you think Hanukkah Harry would do a better job? So, Mr. Elf is beginning now. That's Mikey the Elf and I believe Bill Santa. So, we're going to see what they can do here. So Mr. Santa Claus has gone with a different route. He's now taping directly onto the box. Again, keeping his paper crinkled. Not a recipe for success. The elf is just off to a phenomenal start. He even gave him about a 10-second go, and he's just getting to business, you know. Cuts are already done. He's standing up. He is getting from a 90-degree angle, everyone. And he's even cutting in half. People, we have not seen this since the 1981 cutting competition. Mr. Claus has the choppiest cuts I've ever seen. Throws the paper on the ground because he does not care about it. Back in the seats, guys. This is riveting. I have never seen this level of competition ever in my entire 25 career here of doing this. Mr. Claus, why did we pick you? What kind of contest did you win to get in this? Because your elf is just showing you up. Your elf is showing you up. Is this a message out there to your bosses? The workers are better than bosses. The bosses are just figureheads? I'm not sure because, as you can see, this is a phenomenal gift. Puts it neatly. He's done in time. Even gave him a little bit of a head start. And Mr. Claus.
It's style. It's what I call style. That's
the gift your drunk uncle gives you.
That was even quicker this time.
art
This
at
was
its
only
finest.
about 23 seconds. You know, kind of quick. But regardless, I mean,
Look how crisp that fat man is.
are they even comparable?
Look at this side. Look at
Can I
this
see that,
side.
sir?
This side is the side I'm presenting. This is the side that I'm presenting. It looks identical. Absolutely
You guys
identical.
be the judge because
Identical.
we all know where I'm standing on this.
Absolutely identical on this side. I'm just saying. What's the difference? What's
I
the
would like to
difference?
point out again, my
What's the
workstation is
difference?
clean.
2-0 lead to the elf, which means he wins. But in the holiday spirit, we like to have fun here. You know, double or nothing. This is for all the marbles. And to make it interesting, we have a interesting shape to wrap. You know, they've been wrapping boxes, they've been wrapping rectangles. Can they wrap cylinders? You know, cylinder is kind of a tricky object. It's got pi in it, it's got radii, it's got diameters. He's even rolling to show you. These are folks out there. These are things we never normally wrap. This is something you just put in a gift bag, put some tissue paper on, but they're gonna attempt to wrap it. So on my go, again, items down, items down. This is not Zach Wilson, stop. Okay, on my go. 3, 2, 1. False start, offense, number 15, 10-second penalty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You have to wait now. Look what you did.
Nah, I'm going.
He's even showboating. That's incredible. You got about 16 more seconds.
Whoa, I thought you said 10 before.
I can say whatever I want.
Oh, yeah?
I have the mic, you don't.
I have a mic.
Go ahead. We shouldn't even be letting him compete anymore. This is just bad. Mr. Elf is just showing up the master. You know, when the taught become the master, it's truly remarkable. And look at this. He almost wrapped up his scissors, but he didn't. Those are things that really separate the boys from men here, you know. Wow. I can't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. We may have the greatest holiday rapper of all time here. This is a performance that might go down with the Michael Jordans of the world, the Scottie Pippins of the world. This is just phenomenal. Phenomenal artistry. I just love what we're seeing. So his time is currently ticking. I'm gonna get into mine, Mr. Elf, now, because he's just gonna dominate me. What's going on?
You know, I'm doing this for all the elves out there. You know, dental is expensive with the amount of candy we eat. We get cavities once or twice a day, and
That's
he
your
makes
fault.
us pay out of pocket. And you know what? We're sick of it. We
Mr.
really
Claus,
are.
tell me how it's their fault.
Because they shouldn't be eating that much candy.
What should they be eating then?
Healthier
That's
food.
all you give us.
Healthier
You know he
food.
shut down the food court?
Will you be providing healthier options?
There's Chipotle in that food court. thank
No,
you.
he shut down the Chipotle. You know what? You know what he did?
It's still
He
there.
gave us a Moe's.
No,
it's the
Cinco de
same
Mo's is a
thing.
pretty fire promotion they
Moe's
run.
is great. I don't know what
Moe's
you're
is
talking
great.
about. And the Chipotle is still there. You just don't know where it is anymore. It moved. That's
You
it.
just aren't looking hard enough, apparently. He's gaslighting you now. It's still there, you just haven't looked. See, it's actually your fault, Mr.
He told me if I worked harder, I'd be able to afford it.
Is that true?
Yes.
Can he afford it?
Yeah.
How much are you paying him?
I am paying him a very livable wage.
Define livable. Now, is this North Pole livable or is this New York City livable?
This is 100 G's a year. He's my head elf.
100 big ones a year. And
I don't know why you're
100
complaining.
Wait, 100,000
I don't know why
what?
you're complaining.
100,000 what?
100,000
You pay me in
grand.
candies.
You're making
Are you paying him
hundreds of
100
thousands
grand
of
bars?
dollars.
You're
Do you know
paying him
what?
100 grand
Do you know
bars?
last year
Hundreds
my,
of thousands of dollars.
my
Mom.
bonus last year was Monopoly money.
That's just
That's
not
better than life
true.
money.
And you know what he did? He took that gift and he gave it to little Timmy with one leg. He gave him the Monopoly set with no money in it. That's what he did. Little Timmy at the orphanage.
That's just not true.
You're still struggling over there.
I
kinda
am.
did all
I
that
am. I'm
stuff
not
with
gonna
you.
lie. I am.
how did you get in this competition? Did you win something? Did you
I am Santa Claus, so that's why.
he's Jesus' brother, and all of a sudden, he got this job.
Hush over there.
Nepotism as the North Pole.
Hush over there, please.
You know who doesn't do nepotism? Hanukkah Harry.
I asked the audience.
I have been applying
who
for
would win
years
for
to get a
Hanukkah
job for Hanukkah Harry.
Did you try to Indeed yet?
Man,
I heard Indeed's the way to go.
I've been trying to
You're
get
not
with them
getting
on
a good
LinkedIn.
recommendation letter from me.
That's your problem, LinkedIn. Indeed's the way to go.
I'm
Hanukkah
not getting
Harry
that good
would
letter
beat
of
Santa
rep
Claus
anymore.
in the competition. Santa Claus, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. Santa Claus, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. Give me that. Give me these undisclosed items. Get out of here. Clear winner, everyone. The elf. He doesn't even have any presents left. It's clear as day. Thank you all for tuning in for the first ever second annual TV Holiday Spectacular of the Christmas Wrapping Variety. Thank you all, and have a good night.
You know, I had a feeling they were going to win.
You see, I had $20 going the other way, but the best man won it, so what are you going to do?
Is what it is. Well, at least you'll be able to listen to some good music while wallowing in your failure. It's okay. Up next, we have Abigail Garcia as well as Mikey Sanchez performing for us. They are part of Blue Hawk Records here at Monmouth University, so let's see what they got.
Sure, it'll be good.
Hi, I'm Mikey Sanchez. Thanks to Blue Hawk for having me for this Tiny Desk concert and Hawk TV. I want to dedicate this set to my friends in Philly. I'm Mikey Sanchez from Buff Out, and these are a couple songs that some of them I wrote, one of them I didn't. And this one's called Happy Valley. It's about my hometown, and yeah. It's another night in the valley. Trees are there to mark where I get buried. Only few leave SMA. SMA. Small town, big eyes, feeling stuck, compromise. There's no life outside. Let's just stay on our right. It's scary to try and leave. Does everyone conceal or is it just me? I grow bored and scared, but maybe that's what my life is meant to be. Small town, big eyes, feeling stuck, compromise. There's no life outside. Let's just stay on our right. It's another happy valley. Fake smiles and dead ends surround me. Thank you. This song is called Give You the Moon. And yeah, it's a sappy little song. But that last one was Happy Valley. And go check out our album on all streaming platforms. It's called It's Not Angst, I'm Just Scared. And yeah, and this is Give You the Moon. I wanna love you, but if I do, I know that it wouldn't be what we wanted. I'm stuck in between wrong and right. I am blinded and asked to decide. It was never supposed to be this hard. If you love me, maybe you should leave. Good memories hurt more than relief. It's bittersweet. Maybe it's not meant to be. But can I just dream of a place with my forgotten face? I should say something profound, but it won't help if they care now. It was never supposed to be this hard. If you love me, maybe you should leave. Good memories hurt more than relief. Thank you. This is gonna be my last song, and I hope I get the words right, but we'll find out. If not, then I'm sorry. But yeah, I like this song. This song's called I Saw Water by Tiger's Jaw. I saw water. I said I wanted to break my friends, but my tendency won't let me away. I like to think that I can work it out some, but I don't wanna be put into the ground. Today, I needed a break. My friends are climbing mountains, but I'm drowning in lakes. I've swallowed water right in front of her face, just to show that she had nothing to say. I felt water. I felt better. Well, my emotions ran unopposed. I felt just like Brian Jones. I never felt that loss before. I just don't feel incredible, but me. Of course I liked you, but me. Easy to seclude. It's very. I become a recluse. On me. Easy to seclude. I saw water. I felt better. I woke up feeling embarrassed from when I drowned in my swimming pool. I thought it was an accident. I just can't get along with you, but me. Of course I liked 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 you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Abby. This is Max. I'm gonna sing a few songs. Spend some time in my thoughts. I got scared. Didn't like what I found lying in there. Went to a corner, you were in awe, and I felt so alone. Tried to turn back round. gotta go, so please don't watch me walk away. I've been trying to shake this feeling for a while now, but I know that it's not just me who feels us burning out. The tears fall onto my cheeks, down from my eyes. Or you just get high to get me out of your mind. If I could give you the heart off my sleeve, I would. You know I would. You know you mean more to me than I ever thought anyone could. Anyone could. And baby, I hate to see your heart break. I know it's my fault at the end of the day, but I gotta go, so please don't watch me walk away. No, maybe now's just not our time, but I swear you did everything right. There's nothing that I would change. I still hope we'll work out in another life. But if I could give you the heart off my sleeve, I would. You know I would. You deserve all the things I can't give you, and I wish I could. I wish I could. And baby, I hate to see your heart break. I know it's my fault at the end of the day, but I gotta go, so please don't watch me walk away. No, I gotta go, so please don't watch me walk away.
Thank you. That was called Hate to See Your Heart Break, and it's unreleased, to be released soon. This is Mike.
Round of applause for Mike.
The next song I'm going to be doing is a cover of All My Ghosts by Lizzie McAlpine.
Got a Slurpee for free. I caught you looking at me in the 7-Eleven under fluorescent lights. We walked in comfy silence, footsteps down familiar sidewalks, knowing that we were here in our dreams last night. All my ghosts were with me. I know you feel them too. Riding shotgun next to your free Slurpee. They know all of my habits, but they don't know about you. I hope that's true. We made sangria and failed, spilled mac and cheese on my pants, and thought about kissing you underneath kitchen lights. Oh, I can see it crystal clear. You got a Slurpee for free. I caught you looking at me in a 7-Eleven under fluorescent lights. And all my goals were with me. I know you felt them too. Watching as I started to get dizzy, 'cause I hate all of my habits, but I happen to love you. I hope that's true.
This is the last song we have. It's called Me and My Dog by Boy Genius. Thank you so much again, Hawk TV and Blue Hawk Records, for having us.
We had a great day, even though we forgot to eat. And you had a bad dream, and we got no sleep, 'cause we were kissing. I had a fever until I met you. Now you make me cool, but sometimes I still do something embarrassing. I never said I'd be alright, just thought I could hold myself together, but I couldn't breathe. I went outside. Don't know why I thought it'd be any better. I'm fine now, it doesn't matter. I didn't wanna be this guy. I cried at your show with the teenagers. Tell your friends I'll be alright. In the morning it won't matter. I wanna be emancipated. I wanna hear one song without thinking of you. I wish I was on the spaceship, just me and my dog in an impossible view. I dream about it, and I wake up falling.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us again.
Man, I love me some Mikey Sanchez.
They killed it.
I will be hunting you both down for some autographs after this is all done, so keep an eye out for me.
Speaking of hunting down, let's go switch gears a little bit to watch Derek actually hunt down some Monmouth University students with some pressing holiday questions that need to be answered.
I am terrified.
Welcome back to another segment of Derek on the Street. Today, we're in the holiday spirit, and we're going to be asking people some questions about the holidays. We're going to ruin someone's day. Real trees or fake trees?
Real. Real. Fake.
Fake. Wow, she's fake. There's no one here. Anyone, people, please. Imagine people being on our campus. This guy wants it. This guy's just in the middle of the field. I like this guy. Get over here. Sir, why is it Christmas and not Christmas?
I don't know.
Do you think Santa would look good in a green suit? I heard green is very slimming.
Yeah, but I mean, it's body positivity, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's okay. We can walk and talk. We can walk and talk. She's late to class. Why is it Christmas and not Christmas?
I have no idea.
Good answer. None? We need to put the Christ back in Christmas. Sir, when is it too early to start decorating for Christmas?
It's too early to start decorating for Christmas. Right after Halloween. You gotta let the Halloween.
Do you think we should wait till after Thanksgiving?
Wait till after Thanksgiving? I mean, nah. Nobody really decorates.
Yes, you need to wait. Thanksgiving is the forgotten holiday.
That's what I'm saying. It is forgotten. You know me, I'm a Christmas fanboy, so you know what I'm saying. I don't really care about Thanksgiving. Like I do, but I don't. I'm looking ahead to Christmas for real.
Okay. Real trees or fake trees?
I personally have a fake tree at home, so I'm probably gonna have to go with that.
Fake tree, okay. What is Kwanzaa?
What?
Sir, did you hear that they canceled Santa Claus this year because he refused to give the elves health benefits?
No.
Well, how do you feel about this?
Very strongly.
Very strongly that he should be canceled, or very strongly that he shouldn't be?
That he should be.
Should be, yeah. Right. Why is it Christmas and not Christmas?
That's a great question. I don't know. Because it's about Christ and Jesus.
It's not about Jesus?
No, it is. It's about Jesus.
So why is it not Christmas, but it's Christmas?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Put the Christ back in Christmas. Sir. No? Okay. No. Sir, do you agree that the Grinch was the victim of Whoville?
Yes.
Right? The Grinch was right. We're pro Grinch here.
Pro Grinch.
Excuse me. Why are all of the Hallmark movies awful?
Because it is always like, because they're always like about like a mean CEO and like a baker.
They're just cheesy. Like I just think they're all the same.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Good answers. Thank you. Excuse me. Do you think Santa would look good in a green suit? I heard green is very slimming.
Sure. Nah, I think red.
You think red? Yeah. Team red, team green. Excuse me, does anyone at this table know what is Kwanzaa?
I have no idea. No clue.
No clue. Not really. No.
No one knows what Kwanzaa is. What is Kwanzaa?
I have no idea.
Does it bother you?
It's a holiday.
Does it bother you that they stole the menorah from Hanukkah?
I didn't even know that.
They did. They stole it. Do you have something to say?
No.
Good answer. Sir, why are all Hallmark movies awful?
Low budget.
Good answer. Who would win in a fight, Santa Claus or Hanukkah Harry?
I'm sorry, what?
Who would win in a fight, Santa Claus or Hanukkah Harry?
Santa Claus?
I don't know about that one. Okay, how many baby Jesuses could Santa take in a fight?
Are they babies? Like they're
baby Jesuses.
All at once or like one after like consecutively?
All coming at him, all sides.
Probably 12.
12? How many do you think?
Well, they're baby Jesus, right?
Yes, they're baby
Do
Jesus.
they have the powers of adult Jesus, or they're just kind of babies?
Yes, but they have the brain of a baby.
I'd say 100.
100?
He's a big fat guy.
Okay, no, I'll give him that one. Excuse me. Who's starting the... Excuse me, what is Kwanzaa?
It's a holiday.
Not a good enough answer. What is Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa is a African American celebration. I had this conversation yesterday.
That's it? It's just a celebration?
Yeah.
How do you feel that they stole the menorah from Hanukkah?
Bro, like, that's crazy.
It's wrong. I think there's some beef now between the two.
They should fight about it.
They should. They are going to, I heard. Who would win in a fight, Hanukkah Harry or Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Nobody goes Hanukkah Harry. Excuse me, how much eggnog is too much eggnog?
It's never too much.
Good answer. Real Christmas trees or fake Christmas trees?
Real.
Good answer. Maura, when is it too soon to start decorating the Christmas tree?
It's never too soon.
Yes, it is. Before Thanksgiving is too soon.
Decorate a week before.
Wrong. Excuse me, sir. What's the best part about Christmas? Okay, you don't have to be a Grinch about it. What's the best part about Christmas?
The gifts.
Oh, materialistic much. You can act like you're on the phone. I'm still coming up. Who's starting the fight this year at the family dinner?
Me.
Nice. How do you feel about holiday drinks?
I love them.
What's the best one?
I don't know. What's
have to pick one. Gun to your head.
What's an example?
I don't know. Last year the favorite was Casamigos.
Oh, like an
Anything you want.
martini?
Espresso martini. That's basic. Sir, who wins in a fight? Hanukkah Harry or Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
No one picks Hanukkah Harry. He been hitting the gym. Gentlemen, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
What's your favorite part about Christmas?
The presents.
Materialistic. What's the best part about Christmas?
Food and presents.
Who's starting the fight this year at the Christmas dinner?
My mom.
Nice. What is Kwanzaa?
I don't know.
Real trees or fake trees?
Real tree.
Good answers. How early is too early to start decorating for Christmas?
Before Thanksgiving.
She gets it. Who would win in a fight? Hanukkah Harry or Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
Not one Hanukkah Harry. Real trees or fake trees?
What?
Real trees or fake trees?
Fake trees?
For Christmas.
Fake trees.
Okay, good answer. Kill Mary. Hanukkah Harry, Santa Claus, baby Jesus. Kill Mary. Baby Jesus, Santa Claus, Hanukkah Harry.
Oh my God.
Jesus is gonna die eventually, just saying.
I don't know. Mary Santa. Kill Jesus, and then what? The other one?
If you want, yeah, sure. Whatever you want.
Oh my God.
His name's Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry.
Thanks.
Who's starting the fight this year at the Christmas?
Me, definitely, 100%.
Okay, who you throwing hands at first?
One of my 5 siblings.
Nice. Sir, if you leave a beer out for Santa Claus and he drinks it and then he flies his sled, are you an accomplice for his DUI?
No.
Wow. I don't know. Excuse me, what's the best way to ruin a Christmas dinner?
The turkey's undercooked.
What's the worst Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
Like actual socks.
Real trees or fake trees?
Fake trees.
Okay, who wins in a fight, Hanukkah Harry or Santa Claus?
Hanukkah Harry.
Thank you. Finally got one. Been asking for hours. Sir, what's your favorite Christmas movie? I'm here with Nicholas Ferretto, better known as Home Slice, our favorite SGA member out here at Hawk TV. We're going to be playing a little game, okay? It's called Overrated or Underrated. I'm going to say some holiday-themed things. You're going to tell me underrated, overrated, or properly rated, all right?
Let's do it.
Okay, our first one, eggnog.
Overrated.
Wrong. Decorating the tree.
Underrated.
Christmas bread, gingerbread houses.
Underrated.
Light shows.
Properly rated.
Snow.
Overrated.
Boxing Day.
Underrated.
No, they're British. We hate them. Ugly sweaters. Answer carefully.
Properly rated.
Good answer. Mariah Carey.
Underrated. Believe it or not.
Underrated?
Underrated.
She can hit multiple octaves. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Black Friday.
Overrated.
Fake Christmas trees.
Underrated.
Hot cocoa.
Underrated.
And New Year's resolutions.
Overrated.
Thank you. This has been Underrated, Overrated. This has been another segment of Derek on the Street.
Well, Derek, way to scare half of Monmouth University.
Well, I must say, the questions were actually pretty important. We needed those answers.
I mean, agree to disagree, but before we have our last segment, I just wanted to thank again our sponsors, Windmill Hot Dogs and Bagel Boy, and especially thank you to all the cast, crew, and everyone that took part in this, especially our producers. Without you guys, the show wouldn't have been possible, so big thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the show wouldn't have been possible without all the help of everyone involved. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays.
Send it to the next guys.
So due to some budget cuts, I am now the host of this segment as well. Instead of finding a new host, they gave me 2 mics. So 2 mics, double the power, now I'll be. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mikey the Elf back again, defending his title in the current rapping champion against, what's your name, sir? Scott?
It's Tom.
Scott, okay. So Scott, where are you from?
I'm from.
He's from Pennsauken. All right, so we have a couple questions I want to ask you guys for the grand prize. Grand prize is the one who gets to host the big event. All right, so first question, all Christmas related. Start off pretty easily in my opinion. Hands on the table. Hands on the table, sir. Thank you, Scott. All right, so in order for this, I'm going to ask the question. You're going to raise your hand. I'm going to call on you. If you get it right, you get it right. If you get it wrong, I make fun of you and I go to the next person. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. First question. Which popular Christmas beverage is also known as milk punch?
Eggnog.
Mike. Correct, Mikey. Let's go. Scott, what's wrong?
I don't know.
He's an eggnog hater.
He's an eggnog hater.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's how Santa gets me to do my work when I get a little too tired. He slips a little
Little too
eggnog to me.
tipsy?
Well, how you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah,
All right,
how you
so
doing?
question number 2, hands on the table, ladies and gentlemen. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? Scott, even though it went early, I'm going to give it to you.
Paris.
Correct.
He did go early, just saying I knew that answer.
Are you the judge?
No.
Are you?
Okay.
I'm the reigning champion. What did you win
Are
today?
you the
You're the
judge?
reigning champion of the blast competition, not this one.
Talk your talk.
Did you win a competition
Talk your
today?
talk.
No, you didn't. I did. I'm reigning champion. And you're
I'm
just an
another
idiot
one.
with 2 mics.
1 mic. But, a little intermission, guys. If you ever want a job in TV, reach out to Mr. Brian Durr. He will guarantee you a job in the television industry. Thank you. Question number 3. In the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? Scott.
Treat every day like Christmas.
You're absolutely right, Scott.
And
You're
I
an
got-
elf and you didn't know that.
I also got the,
Well, the
elf
first
socks on here.
First of all, that's a movie. The first rule of actual Santa's Workshop is never speak back. Second
That's
one
kind
is
of an-
speak when spoken
That's
to.
kind of an unwritten rule, not actually formally in the Declaration, but we'll
Well,
go
in the
forward.
real one, there is.
Well, it's 2-1, Scott.
They actually have
it's
a bit-
2-1, Scott. Question number 4.
His name's Tom.
What was the highest grossing Christmas film of all time?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Incorrect.
No, that was a stupid movie that was on
That was kind of a stupid answer, not gonna lie. Mikey, do you know?
Home Alone.
He got it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all tied up. It is a 2-2 series going to game 5.
Really? 2 Home Alone
Scott,
questions?
That was a poor answer.
Do you know It's a Wonderful Life was just a TV show they just kept repeating till people
Question
were like,
number
"It's a
5.
classic."
Shut up. Question number 5. In the movie Elf, how does Buddy get to the North Pole?
He crawls into Santa's bag in an orphanage.
We'll allow it. The proper answer we're looking for was he hides in Santa's sack, but we'll allow it.
That's a little bit of an innuendo.
We'll
don't you
allow
think?
it. We'll allow it. 3-2. 3-2. Commanding lead. Commanding series lead. Scott, that was what happened there?
I don't know. I just like.
You knew the first rule from that movie. You didn't know how Buddy got to the North Pole.
I was thinking about how he got out of the North Pole. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, I got it. I could read the answers.
Question number 6. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad.
That is correct.
Sí. Yo tengo trabajo con mucho.
Muchas gracias, por favor.
Sí.
Question number 7. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his red nose?
Play reindeer game.
Yes! Good job, Scott. 4-3 series is coming back.
You didn't put your hand high enough.
Question 8.
I'm an elf. Is that a short joke?
It is.
It's a short
You're
joke.
pretty
yeah.
short to say the least.
Yeah, you're at least at my waist.
It's fine. I earned rights for the union workers at the North Pole.
Question
What did you do
number
today?
8. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?
Wait, didn't you just ask that? Play his reindeer games?
Yeah.
It's a test.
What?
I'm making sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're not reading
So
off
do I get a point for that?
No, you don't. Make sure you're not reading off teleprompter. These are actually answers off your brain. Question 8. The movie Miracle on 34th Street is based off what real-life department store?
Macy's.
Hold on. He knew this before we got in.
I mean,
He knew this question before we got in. That's all I'm saying.
is there any proof?
Yes, he told me.
I just watched that movie a lot.
Oh, okay.
He's just a very knowledgeable individual. Well, it's tie 4-4 series now. Anyway,
I was cheated.
question number 9. Who wrote the picture book that was inspiration for the 2000 film How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
It's Dr. Seuss.
That is correct. But my producers are telling me right now that you've taken a 5-4 lead, they're actually adding an 11th question. So question number 10.
He's making up a question.
In the 1989 comedy National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, what had Clark Griswold been planning to buy with the Christmas bonus he expected from work?
A swimming pool.
Yes, sir. Question 11. Let's go, Scott. The final question for all the marbles. For everything and anything you could ever dream of. The Hawk TV, first ever, second annual, Christmas Spectacular. Question 11. This is for it all. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. That was
Give us a piece of paper and let us write it down.
We're not that high budget. We're not that high budget. His hand's still up.
Coca-Cola.
Yes, sir! Let's go, Scott! Let's go! Come on! Ladies and gentlemen,
I was
Scott is
cheated
now
out of 3
the winner.
questions. I want that to be known. One was cheated. I was taken away from me. 1, he already knew the answer. And anyone that was watching saw me mouth that answer, so I also knew that one. They just couldn't let me win 2 competitions.
This is the example of a sore loser.
Wow. That's the Houston Astros over there.
And
They gotta
this is
cheat
why
already.
I hate Christmas.
Yep. So, Scott, as our former winner, I want to say congratulations to all. Merry Christmas all, and to all a good night.